Good afternoon. I'm Kathy Greb, Mistress of Ceremonies and Assistant Principal at Hidden Lake High School. At this time, I'd like to introduce our honored guests. Please hold your applause until the last name is read. Our honored guests are...
Buenas tardes, soy Kathy Greb, maestra de ceremonias y directora auxiliar de la Escuela Preparatoria Hidden Lake. En este momento me gustaría presentarles a nuestros invitados de honor. Por favor, no aplaudan hasta que se haya leído el último nombre. Nuestros invitados de honor son
Mr. Ryan McCoy, President, Board of Education. Mr. Joseph Davidek, Vice President, Board of Education. Mr. Kenneth Chancho, Secretary, Board of Education. Mr. Max Math, Treasurer, Board of Education. Mr. Larry Dean Valente, School Board Director, Board of Education. Dr. Pamela Swanson, Superintendent of Schools. Mr. James Stewart, Principal, Hidden Lake High School. Shannon Bird, House District 35 Representative. Would the faculty and staff of Hidden Lake High School please stand and be recognized?
Le pedimos a la facultad y el personal de la Escuela Preparatoria de Hidden Lake que se pongan de pie para recibir nuestro reconocimiento.
Graduation from high school is a milestone in the lives of our students and their families. The dignity of the occasion can best be observed by refraining from whistling, shouting, or applauding for one student. This will allow everyone in attendance to hear each name of each graduate. Please hold your applause until the last graduate has been awarded a diploma.
La graduación de la preparatoria es sumamente importante en las vidas de nuestros estudiantes y sus familias. La solemnidad de esta ocasión se observa mejor si nos abstenemos de silbar, gritar o aplaudir a un estudiante en particular. Esto permitirá que todos los asistentes escuchen el nombre de cada graduando. Sus felicitaciones se demostrarán al grupo después que el último graduando haya recibido su diploma.
A year ago, I made the announcement that Hidden Lake had more graduates than ever before. And I'm very pleased to announce, and we're so proud, that we have more graduates this year than even last year. So it's fabulous. Would the parents of the class of 2019 graduates please rise and be acknowledged?
Los padres de los graduandos de la clase de 2019, por favor, pónganse de pie para recibir nuestro reconocimiento.
You are commended for all of your support, effort, and the hours you have devoted to your children to help make their high school years successful. We appreciate you for this dedication to your students and to Hidden Lake High School. We offer our most sincere thanks.
Los felicitamos por todo su apoyo, esfuerzo y las horas que han dedicado a sus hijos para ayudarlos a ser exitosos en sus años en la Escuela Preparatoria Hidden Lake. Le ofrecemos nuestro más sincero agradecimiento.
It is my honor to introduce Dr. Pamela Swanson, Superintendent of Schools.
Es un honor presentar a la doctora Pamela Swanson, Superintendente de Escuelas.
Good afternoon, Hidden Lake graduates. You made it! Your big day is here, and I've got to say, from where I'm standing right now, you look fabulous. In fact, I'll go one step further. You all look like heroes to me. And right now, when you ask most people to think about heroes, they think of the gazillions of tickets sold to the Avengers Endgame and all the other superhero films out there in the theaters. They are breaking box office records. They are fun. A lot of them are very creative and well done, but they are fiction. Stories made up and meant to entertain. Real heroism is what we have here in this field house today. Many of you have battled some very big challenges along the way, and you never quit on getting that high school diploma. These are heroic actions. In a couple of minutes, you will come across this stage and you'll enter into the next chapter of your lives. Or in keeping with that movie theme, you will be writing your next starring role. As you do that, also take a moment to flash back to those early days. Those days when your parents or your loved ones gave you that gentle little nudge and you took those first scary steps toward kindergarten. And I have to warn you, after graduation, you may not get that sweet little nudge. You might get something that feels more like a two-handed push and some words that say something like, go get a job. Just kidding, sort of. Speaking of loved ones, I'd like you all to take a moment to think about everything your family and these devoted and dedicated teachers and staff have done for you, and give them a round of applause, graduates. So now you knew it was coming. Some words of advice. As you move forward in these uncertain times, I believe you should always make a conscious decision to not let things happen to you, but for you to make things happen. One of my favorite quotes says, when we have the courage to walk into our story and own it, then we get to write the ending. And remember, only you can be the hero of your own story. Then the film credits will roll. Also keep in mind that your story and your ending will unfold over time. It won't happen immediately. In this day and age, we tend to get caught up in the stories of immediate success, the overnight billionaire, the music or movie star sensation, and my personal favorite, the lottery winner. That's great, and that may be one of you, but no, that is the exception rather than the rule. There are usually no elevators to success, but only lots and lots of stairs. The Turkish writer Mehmet Murat İldan wrote the following: stairs are your teacher. They teach you to be stronger. Love your teacher, and every time life puts some stairs before you, accept them as a present. I think you learned that during your time with us. I hope you did, and I hope you also learned that you have a strong support system here in this Westminster Public Schools community. That system includes your family, your friends, your principal, your teachers, and all of us. Just remember, work hard, keep at it, believe in yourself, always know right from wrong, and you'll be fine. And I'll leave you with the words of Mariah Carey. Lord knows dreams are hard to follow, but don't let anyone tear them away. Hold on, there will be tomorrow. In time, you'll find the way. Look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth, that a hero lies in you. Congratulations, class of 2019, and Godspeed.
Please welcome our principal, Mr. James Stewart.
Por favor, demos la bienvenida a nuestro director, señor James Stewart.
Way to go, graduates. Love seeing you here. This is one of the proudest moments a principal gets to have when they can stand up here and talk to their graduating staff, grab the owl, and say, you're going to be graduates soon. Many of you guys got to see this in my office when you finished. You know, Brandon Stanton once said, doing anything less than something amazing is squandering the whole reason that you're here. Well, heroes, you have accomplished something amazing. You are here. Well done. To get here, you have lived endurance. You have defied the odds. You have overcome hardships within your lives. Most importantly, though, you stopped comparing yourself to others to learn the lesson of giving yourself more attention to practice loving yourself first. In getting here, some even finished at the last minute. I know we had some last minute graduates coming in late today. And that gives new meaning to the words of Robert Benchley, who said, anyone can do any amount of work provided it isn't the work he's supposed to be doing at that moment. It is your experiences that brought you to Hidden Lake to become bigger than your story. The habits you have formed while managing your life events have grown resolve. Great necessities call out great strengths. I've been blessed with the stories of resilience. One story, after losing one's mother in a horrific automobile accident, you had the strength to graduate, despite what life threw at you. Another story of tenacity where a student managed to have a baby, working every waking moment to earn 14 credits over the course of the year to graduate tonight. A different story of hard work where you learned that setting small, short-term goals helps you to manage and complete your classes while working full-time in manufacturing and HVAC, setting that career goal for a lifetime of work, keeping people warm and cool. Sincerity and compassion is embodied by our graduates. In the words of Will Smith, the first thing is a personal commitment to be the best version of yourself. One of our graduates embodies this perspective, winning the Coates Corner Award, the Paris Scholarship, graduating a year early, and making a difference in her life and in our school. Thank you, students. Job well done. Students, you are also the heroes. You're the ones that keep these guys coming back every day to make a difference. In a recent revision of our commitment to students, our teacher stated, "We choose to be here because you matter." For them, if you were to strip away all of the grades, lessons, planning, and schedules, if those things were to disappear without a trace, the teachers here would be content with the impact on you, the students. Through their lessons, you have become part of the legacy made by our graduates to transform and change the world. Thank you, teachers. We need to give special gratitude to the champions whose vision and support have sustained Hidden Lake. The support of Dr. Swanson, the incomparable Mr. Ryan McCoy, Joe Davidek, and Mr. Dino Valente celebrating his last graduation as a board member here tonight, and all of the central administrators provide true meaning to the words of Queen Latifah, who once said, "Because in a world of bullets and bots, divisions and distractions, we need more citizens pulling us together instead of trying to pull us apart." The superintendent, board, and administrators all know that they pull together to make a transformation in the world through Hidden Lake. Thank you for your support. Parents, you have listened to the complaints about this and that. You have supported the students through life's trials and tribulations with love, caring, and a goal for them to graduate. And I'm going to agree with Dr. Swanson, who just a moment ago said a couple of comments to the parents, because it is with great relief that I can tell the parents in this audience to finally say to their child, and I'm not kidding, get a job, pay rent, move to the next part of your life, college, work, relationships. Students, you decide what that is. But high school and high school drama is finally over. Congratulations, parents. Heroes, do not let their stories define them. I am proud and humbled by your strength. I elect to be part of the impact you make on this world. I ask you to remember to choose a life that makes you happy, to choose not to give up, to choose to be open, honest, and direct with others, to choose to laugh with abandonment. I ask that you extend grace, mercy, and forgiveness to others. Welcome to the rest of your lives. Please welcome Mr. Mark Belney, teacher at Hidden Lake High School, to the stage.
Por favor, demos la bienvenida a Mark Belney, maestro de la Escuela Preparatoria Hidden Lake.
Hello. Okay, so I'm not going to stand up here and give you some accolades or wish you well. That's already been done. What I plan on doing is saying some thank yous to many of you students out there that I shared a classroom with, and then offering you some challenges to try to fulfill with the rest of your life. So here we go. And if I don't mention you, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It just means I didn't have enough time. Okay? So here we go. To the Augie Cardenases, I say thank you, Big Poppy, for sticking it out and making your mom and dad proud. A thank you to the Joe Newmans, who spoke few words, but those that were uttered held a hefty weight of meaning. To the Fernandas, Janets, and Dianas, I offer thanks for being the culturally diverse version of the Three Stooges and bringing laughter to my classroom each day. For the Jessicas, the Elenas, Aliyahs, and Paiges, I say thank you for raising the bar of excellence in my classes by simply being the brilliant young ladies that you are. For Dahlia, who ran through every wall placed in front of her and came out on the other side with a beautiful smile on her face. I say thanks to Austin Sessions for learning that if the first three doesn't fall, you have to keep shooting it until it's all net. Thanks to the charities out there who brought a quiet grace with them each day to school. A great big thank you to Jonathan Wynn for giving me a hint of what my son would be like if it ever happened. Thank you to Josh Griffin, for the belief that there is no room for mediocrity in this world. To the Barbaras who let their masks down long enough for us to glimpse the special person behind. Thanks to Sierra for giving all her doubts about graduating a standing 8 count. Gracias to Andres Paredes for making me jealous of the ability to grow facial hair in between class periods. To tall, skinny white boys named Jacob, I say thank you for the gentleness and optimism you brought to our world each day. To Jaime and Raz, I say thank you for the enlightening conversations and questions we had in world history. I love you guys. Thank you to Darlandra for bringing a little soul and some of that attitude to class. Thanks to Sam Williamson for daily questioning his own reality. To Carlos Lara, I simply say, tú eres un dios de baloncesto. I probably butchered that, I'm sorry. To Gerardo and Bryant, a great thanks for realizing that you can open any door as long as you push hard enough and long enough. Thank you to Jess for coming to class every day in psychology, even after you've graduated. Thank you to Danielle for bringing your bed to class each day. because education was so important to you. Proof that grace and greatness do come in small packages, I thank Daisha for her fierceness and strength. To the only 42-pound teenage squeaky toy, I say thank you for the endless laughter and the 84 pounds of heart you brought to my class each day. We're going to have to take a brief moment because there's a prop involved. This is a squeaky toy. Sorry about that. And a special thank you to a young lady named Stephanie for helping to remind me why I have been a teacher for 25 years. Sometimes you need a little reminder. And lastly, here are a few things that I hope you can experience at some point in your life. Listen up, because they become memories for you to cherish. Go shark cage diving with great whites, and realize that it's called a wetsuit for a very specific reason. Think about it. Stand on a beach at the tip of the world and hit a penguin with a snowball. Ride an elephant through the jungle and hope it does not have indigestion. Watch your son or daughter grow into a smaller version of yourself and try to not shed a tear. Sit on an island in the Indian Ocean next to the person you love and make it your one special moment. Relax in a boat with your grandfather and catch the one that always got away. Get lost in a city where you don't speak the language and the GPS doesn't work on your phone. Share a glass of wine with your beautiful wife 50 feet from the Roman Colosseum on the night of your honeymoon. Stand up for someone who can't stand up for themselves. Love whoever you want, whenever you want, wherever you want, because there are no borders to true love. And remember, life is about the little things, and just fulfill them. And last but not least, be the change each of you can be in this world. Thank you, and I love you all.
Will you please welcome Mr. Carl Yaris to the stage?
Por favor, demos la bienvenida a Carl Yaris.
I'll need it. Sorry if this will sound weird at any point. I've never talked into a microphone before, if that's not obvious. But, yeah. But, hello, class of 2019. I would like to start off by reading you a quote by Brian Tracy. There are no limits to what you can accomplish except the limits you place on your own thinking. This quote speaks volumes to me, as I'm sure it does to all of you. This year was my first year here at Hidden Lake, and I've had the wonderful opportunity to meet so many amazing people. I got to watch my friends blossom into wonderful adults and develop so many fundamental life skills. We all had to climb a pretty big mountain to be able to walk across this stage today, but at least we could say that we did it. This is a huge milestone in our lives. Despite all of the hardships I know some of you had to endure, coming from underprivileged homes, working to help your parents pay bills, helping to raise your siblings, whatever the case may be. Take a moment to pat yourself on the back, because not many people could have faced those odds and succeeded. I would also like to take a moment to thank the teachers and staff of Hidden Lake High School. You all work so unbelievably hard to make sure that each and every one of us has what we need to succeed, and I could not be more grateful. A lot of us would not be in this room today if it was not for all of you. You all have the biggest hearts that I've ever seen in the field of education. I would like to personally thank Miss Brown for being the very first person in the building to connect with me and push me out of my comfort zone. Also, Miss Zoe, you have given us a new perspective on life. You pushed us to our limits when nobody else would. You were the only one giving us a taste of the real world. For this, I will be eternally grateful. Every time I look back to my high school years, I will remember you. Some kids might not like that, but they're not up here speaking, so. But most importantly, Miss Cindy, who has worked so very hard to make today possible. You did an outstanding job. You are so kind and truly an amazing woman. Last but not least, I would like to give a shout out to Loretta. You show us every day just how deeply you care for us all. I will never forget you. Thank you for organizing our senior prom, by the way. It was a super fun night. Now why don't we all give a huge round of applause for every single teacher and staff member, because they deserve it. Now, I will leave you all with this. The fact that we are all graduating right now shows us that failure will never overtake us if our determination to succeed is strong enough. I hope that life treats you all well. Thank you, and have a great night.
Please welcome Ms. Jessica Murguia to the stage.
Por favor, demos la bienvenida a Jessica Murguia.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to start by saying, class of 2019, we did it, baby. Man, has it been a bumpy road, but a road worth riding. My time here at Hidden Lake was an amazing, as well as crazy chapter in my life. I'm honestly honored to have met such an amazing staff. I know most students are probably thinking I'm crazy for thinking this, but you guys don't know Hidden Lake the way I know Hidden Lake. I lost my mother in a car accident in 2016. I was in the car with her. The day I lost my mom changed me forever. I was only 15 when I watched my mother take her last breath. My mother and I didn't leave off on such great terms, and I carried guilt around for the longest time. I've learned to cope with my emotions and guilt thanks to the staff members here at Hidden Lake. They are staff like no other you could imagine. They don't give up on students, no matter how difficult one can become. Yeah, students may have their ups and downs with them, but who doesn't, right? Sorry. All I know is that if you actually take the time to get to know them and let them in, it will be the best decision you ever made. So many Hidden Lake staff members played a major role in my life and experience here. And if I could repay you all in some way for what you did for me, I would in a heartbeat. You all mean so much to me. Let me begin with Sekra, who retired last year, and Mr. Mitchell, AKA my personal school doctor. I met you both in discovery class. I could already tell you both were going to be my favorites. A month into my freshman year, I lost my mother. I ended up being withdrawn from school after the accident, and I sadly didn't get to attend the discovery program graduation with my classmates, nor get to finish the discovery program. When I did come back to school, I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to hear that I'm sorry for your loss and everything is going to be okay. Sekra pulled me to the side and just hugged me and told me that he was always going to be there for me. He told me if I wanted to vent and cuss the world away to him, he was there for me. Sekra checked on me every day. People like that are rare. I cherish every conversation, although some of you know how much he could talk. Thank you, Sekra. I love you, man. Mr. Mitchell, AKA my personal doctor, I would never forget the day I came into school with my toe leaking blood everywhere. He bandaged me up. I don't know what me or my bloody toe would have done without you. Mitchell also checked up on me when I came back and always asked how I was doing. I've been determined to go to the military and almost missed an opportunity. Recruiters came to the school asking students if they would be interested in joining the military. I honestly thought I wasn't good enough. And I honestly thought I wasn't good enough, so I didn't say anything. The recruiters were preparing to leave when Mitchell turned and asked me, Jess, have you ever thought about joining the military? I told them I've always thought about it, but I don't think I'd be good enough. Mitchell chased the recruiters down and had them come back and get my information. And for that, now I will be going to the military. Thank you, Mitchell. To Belney, my favorite guy ever. He's as small as me, but his support and love comes in a big package. He gives back in so many ways, it's indescribable. What's amazing about him is that he could come to school and just feel a complete zero, but you wouldn't be able to tell. What's amazing about him is he could feel a complete zero, but he doesn't let that get in the way. He doesn't live life being sad or dreading it. He lives life with joy and happiness and peace, and that's something we should all learn from him. He's influenced me to give back not only to myself, but the world. Zoe and I clicked right from the beginning. I know we all learn differently. Her style worked for me. I enjoyed it. My adult mindset is stronger after knowing Zoe. I remember telling her about my mom's death and how I was unable to graduate with my discovery class. Zoe went out of her way to make it happen for me. She didn't have to do this, but she did it, and it was one of the most heartwarming gifts ever. Miss Brown and Miss Sydney, you two have had such a huge impact on me. I love you to the moon and back, and if I could in some way repay you both for all that you both have done for me, I would. I saved the best for last. Miss Mitchell, Miss Marler, and Miss Schneider. You all have been big role models for me, and I want you to know that. Miss Mitchell, you have been there for me more than ever this year, and it's crazy how close two people could get in such a short period of time. I'm so thankful to have an inspirational person like you in my life. I can't wait to have lunch dates with you and catch up. Miss Marler and Miss Schneider, you have done wonders for me. You have helped me learn to cope with my guilt and emotions in a way that I can somewhat say, I'm okay now. Miss Marler, after meeting with you one-on-one, I feel like I have known you forever, and I feel like you are family to me now. Opening up has been one of my toughest struggles. When you asked me to open up to you, I felt okay doing it. Thank you for everything you have ever done for me. Without any of the Hidden Lake staff, I honestly probably wouldn't have made it here today. You are the reason I'm still standing and going forward with life. I love each and every one of you, and I am so thankful for crossing paths with each of you. To my family, you mean everything to me, and I honestly don't know what I would have done if I didn't have the support and comfort you offer me each and every single day. I love you with all my heart. And thank you, everyone, and congratulations once again to Class of 2019. Nothing but luck to you all. Now let's begin with our brighter futures ahead of us.
Please welcome to the stage Miss Stephanie Gonzalez.
Por favor, demos la bienvenida a Stephanie Gonzalez.
I would like to thank a few kind souls who have helped me overcome the challenge of high school while dealing with life outside of school. To Brooke Crumbling and Cheyenne the Burge, two beautiful and youthful and independent women who did what they had to despite the risk. Crumbling, I want to say that I respect your strength for moving across the country alone to pursue your dreams. That is amazing, and I admire you for that. Okay. The Burge, thank you for opening up to us. It brought me to tears the way you took the courage to stop us for a minute and speak your truth. To learn that I'm going through what you did shortly before our introduction touched me. You're here now, stronger than ever, still pushing for better because that's what you want. Sorry. I look up to you for that because I'm doing the same. I love the effort these two put into their work and the compassion that they have for their students. You guys are amazing. Nicole Hurd. To some, you are tough. You're a tough one. But I see that you only want the best for us. Sharing so many different conversations with you was great. You're a funny woman with a glowing smile. Thank you for being understanding and patient with me. You of all people know that I'm not the easiest to teach, but I appreciate you sticking through it with me. Congratulations on the new baby. Power couple of Hidden Lake, the Mitchells. They're both bright and uplifting people to be around. Mr. Mitchell roams the hallways with a smile on his face, even when that's not truly how he feels. This man is strong and truly perseveres. Also, he's a real one for always having food and needed utensils. He offers his leisure time every morning to help some of us in pursuing a fit mentality and appearance. He's devoted and very kind-hearted. As for Mrs. Mitchell, she is one of the most pure and wise souls I've yet to come across. She's always there when I need help or advice. She never allowed me to belittle myself and always praised me. Her career matches her well because she is a masterpiece. She really allowed and encouraged us to express ourselves in an artistic way. She always aims to bring the best out in us, even if we refuse to see it in ourselves. Christie Schneider and Karen Marler both work together to provide love and support for those who need it. I've cried to them countless times, and every time they have allowed me comfort and collectivism. I could sit there and let it all out, and in return they would provide amazing advice. Ms. Snyder helped assure my graduation this year, and for that I'm very grateful. It was my biggest priority and struggle. Her kindness and understanding is unconditional and is overall one of the best things about her. Mrs. Marler was like my safe haven. I could go to her with just any problem and she would listen, comfort, and focus me on my day. With things that I could benefit from. Knowing my desire to pursue a career in counseling, she taught me methods that I could also apply personally. I looked forward to her hilarious childlike drawings and her jokes. She may have dry humor, but I'm all for it. She has shared personal things that she knew would help and comfort me, and it takes strength to do that. I love you, Miss. Last but not least, Mark Belney. This man is one of my favorites, one of the greats. Not only would he cook and provide coffee, but he provided much more. An education, emotional and moral support, a safe space, and an overall friendship. He does so much for others with pure intentions straight from his heart of gold. Belney by far has the best jokes and positive mental attitude. Mark, you're one of a kind and I appreciate you. I'm grateful to have had you as a teacher. As stressful as it was, I graduated and was fortunate enough to have these people alongside me. I love each individual mentioned. I'm sorry, guys. And have nothing but gratitude and positive desires for you. The few staff not mentioned is due to my time consumption, but are appreciated as well. They've all been amazing support systems. I can't stress how blessed I am to have attended school in a building full of beautiful souls such as these. It is because of outstanding teachers like this that the most self-doubting and talked-down students are able to take that second chance seriously and make the most of that opportunity to achieve graduation. To the fellow class members, I'd personally like to congratulate you on all your hard work. I know you've all fought for this memory to be made. I'm proud of you all. So with that being said, let's rule our worlds. This was an amazing experience with you all. Thank you.
That was just a small sampling of the heroes that we have here tonight. And it is my proud honor, ladies and gentlemen, and honored guest, I would now like to present to you the class of 2019.
Señores y señoras, invitados de honor, ahora me gustaría presentarles a la clase de 2019.
Carl Edward Yarish. Carl thanks his mother and father for never giving up on him and supporting him unconditionally. Stephanie Gonzalez would like to thank her parents and siblings for all the support over the years. Jessica Maria Murguia, thank you for her family and all their love and support. Guadalupe Magali Alonso, thank you everyone who has supported me throughout my journey at Hidden Lake. Angelica Archuleta, I'd like to say thank you to my parents who have always made sure I was on top of my game, my grandma and grandpa for supporting me every move, and my aunties for always keeping it 100%? I'm not sure. Anaí Armenta. Anaí would like to thank her mom for always sticking by her side through everything, as well as keeping her motivated to follow her dreams. Rosa Arzabala, thank you teachers who supported and helped me out. Thank you mom and siblings for helping me. I love you guys. Thank you friends and family. Diana Paola Barolas Mendez. Diana gives special thanks to her friends who supported her and to her best friend for putting up with stress she gave her. Most importantly, she thanks her parents who always knew she would graduate and believed in her through her downfalls. And oh yeah, her teachers too. Jacob Daniel Brodus. Jacob would like to thank his sister, Kirsten, his dad, his mom, and all his friends for supporting him throughout his high school career. Gage Anthony Bryan. Thank you to his grandmother, his parents, and my friends. We're all done. Carlos Damian Cano. He'd like to thank his parents for all their support. Augustine Ray Cardenas. Sergio Elijah Castillo Perez. Yuri Cerdes Zarate, thank you for her family support. Jaime Chavez Valverde Jr. Jaime gives thanks to his mom, Sylvia, and his sister, Daisy. Dalia Ramirez would like to thank her mom. Jose de la Cruz. Thank you to his family and friends, girlfriend, for all the support to get him through this. Without, his life would be nothing. And mom and dad, I did it, and viva Mexico. Sylvia Duran. Sylvia would like to thank her parents, her teachers, her significant other, and Quizlet.com for helping her achieve this milestone in her life. Brandon Ruben Daron Ramirez. Brandon would like to thank his girlfriend and his family for believing in him. He thanks his baby his baby Isabella for motivating him to finish, and all of his teachers who guided him to be a graduate. He also thanks Miss Garcia for helping him every day and believing in him when he doubted himself. Isela Elizondo. Jaden Ritu Fabian. Jaden is thankful for all of his family and friends that helped push him to graduate, but especially all the boys. Jesse Blue Forvili. Jesse would like to thank his intelligent wife, supportive friends and family, and the staff at Hidden Lake School for never giving up on him and helping give him a second chance. Sierra Rose Gallegos. She would like to thank those who have never doubted her success, most importantly, her family, her sisters, and the staff of Hidden Lake High School. Jalen Mercedes Gomez. Thank you for my supportive family and especially my mom for always pushing me to do my best. Rahzel Gonzalez. Rahzel would like to thank every teacher he met throughout Hidden Lake. They taught him everything he would love to find out. He also thanks his parents who helped him through life and to truly find himself. He thanks his friends. They are the best support pillars of his life. Sergio Gonzalez Jimenez. Glory Irene Goodrich Devari. Gloria thanks her mom and dad. Deja Dawn Gorniak. Deja would like to thank her grandpa Jay, her grandma Marie, her brother Mike, and her mom Dawn. Donovan Lawrence Griego. Donovan thanks his parents and family and the boys. Joshua Andrew Griffin. Joshua thanks his mom and dada, all his friends, and Google. Janelle Gillian Castillo Gutierrez. Janelle would like to thank all of her family for supporting her and never giving up on her. Darlandra Gabriella Hayes. Darlandra is thankful for her mom and dad. Joanna Ordenas Quinones would like to thank her family and her daughter. Isidro Herrera would like to thank his family for all the support they've given him over all the time. Reina O'Donnell Herrera. Reina says, thank you, Mom, for pushing her to become the person you know she could be and never letting her give up. You are her rock, and she loves you. Look at her, she did it. Danielle Ibarra Caldera. Daniela would like to thank her beautiful family and herself. Yesaria Guadalupe Irigoyen. Thank you to Miss Brown and Mr. Perez for helping her out through the entire school year. Fernanda Araceli Jara Rivas. Fernanda thanks her friends and her teachers for being the real ones. She thanks her mom and dad for being the reason why she never actually dropped out, and thank you to her very best friend, Monica. Thank you for being her support system, her rock, and for having faith in her from the beginning. She loves you, girly. Evelyn Jimenez Lopez would like to thank her family and friends. Brandon Alexander Juarez. Brandon would like to thank his pops for always being on his butt cheeks. Thanks for being a friend and a homie. He would also like to thank his siblings for the motivation and being role models. Yes, Jesselyn Rachel Teresa Covine. Jesselyn would like to thank her mom, Amelia, her family, and our Lord. Carlos Lara. Carlos wants to give thanks to his mom, Claudia Calderon, and his dad, Miguel Lara, and his siblings. Edione Laura Martinez. He would like to thank his family for supporting him throughout his high school. You handed it to me the wrong side. Oh well. Here's the Ashley Elizabeth Lovato. Ashley would like to thank her family and school faculty, especially Miss Garcia, for their support. Nadine Diane Ledesma. She would like to thank everyone who has motivated and supported her throughout the years. Adam Luke Lusaro. Adam thanks his mother and father, his teachers, Miss Driver, and Mr. White, and the staff here, Cindy, Lauren, and James Stewart. Crystal Lucio, thank you to her family for being supportive. That's Christian Lucio. Thanks to his mom and dad for all the support and all the teachers for pushing him to get him here. Alexis Sherry Magana. Lexi wants to thank her mom and dad for motivating her. Janet Areli Maldonado Are. Janet would like to thank her mom for supporting her all the way through and her family and friends for believing in her. Adon Ame Marquez. He'd like to thank his closest friends and family for encouraging him to strive to the finish line. Philip Michael Martinez. Philip would like to thank his Aunt Debbie and his grandpa and his parents. D'Angelo Marcus Medina. D'Angelo wants to thank his parents, family, and friends for all of their support. He also thanks Loretta for making him king. Diego Angel Medina. Diego thanks his father and mother for supporting him throughout his life and his sisters and brothers for pushing him to reach his goals. Gabriel Medkiff Ortiz would like to thank all his family for their love and support. Joseph Newman, and he would like to thank his family for all of their support. Jonathan Tan Nguyen. Jonathan thanks his classmates and his teachers for making his experience at Hidden Lake amazing and memorable. Noah Robert Nickel would like to thank his family for all their love and support. Haley Page Oldwin. Paige would like to thank her mom, her dad, her siblings, and the rest of her family for being amazing and helping her on this journey. Adon Ortiz Sierra. Adon thanks his parents and his family. Brennan Paul Otero would like to thank his fiance. Leandra Marie Pacello. She would like to thank her dad, grandpa, and sister for always pushing her to get it done. We did it. Jayla Padilla. I want to thank my family and friends for everything they've done to get me where I'm at today. Gerardo Panuco Ramos. I want to thank everyone who helped me along the journey. This diploma is for my mother and family for not letting me give up. Andres de Jesus Parades. Andres thanks his family for the help and encouragement to finish. Joseph Thomas Parsons. Joseph would like to thank his family and friends and teachers who pushed him and encouraged him to finish. Day Eliana Sativa Perez. Thank you to everyone who made this journey unforgettable. Love you all. Mark Robert Pfister. Thank you to his family and friends. Chelsea Leanne Pittman would like to thank her family and friends. Daniela Alicia Porch. Thank you, Jacob and Ethan, my little bros, for keeping me going every day. Marcella Nicole Quiros. Marcella would like to thank her mom, of course, for being there and supporting her. She also thanks Miss Schneider for keeping her on track, and Mr. Stewart, who, even during her lowest days, told her she could finish and to keep pushing herself. She also thanks Antoinette, who in her last days of high school pushed her to be her best and motivated her to finish. Leslie Ann Ramirez would like to thank her daughter for keeping her motivated. Maximus Ramos would like to thank his family and friends and Zoe for not giving up on him. Jesus Elias Regalado. Jesus would like to thank Julian and Haley and his mother Anna for always pushing him to become the greatest version of himself. Betsy Reyes. Betsy would like to thank her family for supporting her. Jeremiah Santiago Rios would like to thank his friends, his family, brothers, and his boxing coach. You got this, girl. You got this. You got it. Alexa Gina Rivera Munoz. Alexis would like to thank all of her teachers for helping her when needed. She'd also like to thank her mom, dad, grandma, and her best friend Brianna for never losing hope in her. She also thanks her uncle, who's no longer here, for being her reason to never give up. Aaliyah Ajalee Romero. Aaliyah would like to thank every staff member at Hidden Lake High School, and most importantly, her family and herself for never giving up. Gavin Romero, he would like to thank his grandfather. Matthew Ross. Matthew would like to thank everyone who helped him finish school, and now he can do great things and leave his mark. Luis Ruiz Delero would like to thank his mom for her support. Mauricio Sainz Castillo. Mauricio would like to thank his family for always pushing him to keep going, and thank you, Mr. Deal. Kiana Faith Salazar. Kiana thanks her family for believing in her and pushing her to the limits. She also thanks her teachers. Kiana thanks her dad, who is no longer here because she did it for him. Isabella Sanchez would like to thank her family, friends, and staff for getting her through. Hannah Dawn Sandoval. Hannah would like to thank her cousin Olivia just for showing up for her. She also thanks this school and everyone close to her that told her to keep going. Jessica Louise Sandoval. Jessica thanks her family and the school staff for being so supportive and pushing her throughout the years in high school. Now watch her cross the stage to go on to bigger things in life. Woohoo! Class of 2019. Nathan Sayavong. I would like to thank Race Cars Turbo Kit, my family and friends, teachers, I love ya. Y'all. Austin Antonio Schimpf. Austin would like to thank all his family and friends for their love and support and extra push. He wouldn't be celebrating graduation today without it. So thank you. He loves you guys and promises to make you proud. Brittany Segura Rivera. I just want to thank every teacher I had. I appreciated all you guys. Thank you all for your time to teach us. Austin Michael Sessions. Austin would like to thank Hidden Lake for giving him the opportunity to be part of a great school and amazing teachers and staff. If it wasn't for Hidden Lake and Mr. Stewart, I wouldn't have graduated. Thank you guys very much. Love, Austin. Charity Ann Christie Sharma. Charity would like to thank her family, Sydney Hobbs, Karen Hobbs, Neva Olguin, Mike Morris, and Demetrio Olguin. Alexander Solis Dominguez. Thank you to all his teachers throughout his school year, especially Miss Zoe. Alicia Lisbeth Soriano Ole would like to thank her teachers and family for all the love and support they have given her. Leslie Ann Stryker. Leslie thanks her brother for giving her a competitor for bragging rights for who was better in school. She loves you, Andrew, and thanks you for being the brawn to her brains. She also thanks her mom and dad for always being in her corner. Alfredo Trejo. He's thankful for all his teachers and parents that made him overcome his limits and made his dreams come true. Danielle Marie Udry. Danielle would like to thank her family and friends, and an extra big hug to you, her mom, brothers, and boyfriend for pushing her and helping her. Richard Valdez Jr. would like to thank his family and his brothers. Yesenia Valdez would like to thank her family and tell them that she loves you. Teddy Seneca Velasquez. Teddy wants to thank his mom for being so supportive and being there for him. If it wasn't for her, he would not be standing here right now. Natalie Sarali Villaforte. Natalie would like to thank her family and friends for all the support they gave her. Gloria Brianne Villarreal Payan. Gloria would like to thank her brothers for all the love, and most definitely thank you to her mom, Maria, for always supporting her and being there for her no matter what. She loves you. Desiree Ann Wumbold would like to thank her family. Samuel Williamson. He would like to thank his mother. Adia Nicole Wozniak. Thank you to Hidden Lake staff, Austin, family, and friends. Israel Yanez Vazquez. He would like to thank the school for giving him an opportunity and all the teachers for being there for him. Aaron Young. He'd like to thank his mom, girlfriend, and his baby. Jose Alejandro Zuniga Loiza. Jose would like to thank everyone that made him overcome his limits, especially Mr. Perez. He also thanks his family that made his dream come true. Hey, Nivales. That's okay.
To the graduates of the class of 2019 who are unable to attend tonight, we offer our sincerest congratulations and well wishes for your future. The total number of graduates from Hidden Lake is right at 130. Congratulations.
A los graduandos de la clase de 2019 que no pudieron asistir esta noche, ofrecemos nuestras felicitaciones más sinceras y nuestros mejores deseos.
Would the students joining the military please stand and be recognized?
Los estudiantes que se unirán a las Fuerzas Armadas, por favor, pónganse de pie para recibir nuestro reconocimiento. Gracias por su dedicación a nuestra nación.
Would the students receiving scholarships please stand and be recognized?
Los estudiantes que han recibido becas, pónganse de pie para recibir nuestro reconocimiento.
So Dr. Grenham is always saying time is a variable, and in honor of that, would our adult learner and our juniors graduating early please stand and be recognized?
Bueno, en honor de nuestro sistema basado en capacitación, en el que vivimos según el principio de que el tiempo es un variable, pueden ponerse de pie los estudiantes del 11º grado que están graduándose con anticipación y el estudiante adulto para ser reconocidos.
Would those students in student council please stand and be recognized?
Los estudiantes del Consejo Estudiantil, por favor, pónganse de pie para ser reconocidos.
Would our career readiness graduates please stand and be recognized?
Los graduandos de la preparación para la carrera, por favor, pónganse de pie para ser reconocidos.
All right, guys, before we get to the best part of the ceremony, we ask that you remain in your seats until graduates, dignitaries, and staff have exited, primarily so the graduates can get their diplomas. So, will the class of 2019 please rise?
Antes de ir a la mejor parte de la ceremonia, les suplicamos que permanezcan en sus asientos hasta que los graduados, dignitarios y maestros se hayan salido.
So graduates, this is that moment you've been waiting for. As a class, for a final time, please move your tassels to the left. I now certify these young people have met their individual requirements for graduation from Hidden Lake High School. At this moment, you are now graduates. Congratulations.